a very crucial race to determine a champion. It's right here in the middle of the chase. Race number 6. It's the Sony 500 Auto Club. This is going to be one wild race, a race chasers don't want to come to. And we saw earlier in the season why. On the pole, the 75 is Steve Larker. 2's outside the 23 of TJ Henley. He's looking for the season sweep here at Auto Club. The 30 of last season's champion Griffin Lynn. He knows how important this race is to determining a champion. Jack Marshall in 4th. He went flipping down pit road here earlier in the season. And Louis Jack Table rounds out the top 5. In 6th, you have Jake Galloway. 7th is Colton Yo. Carson Bowers in 8th. 9th is Isaac Nichols. And Jay Jefferson rounds out the top 10. For the rest of the field, there's Jeff Bright with Benny Watson. Then you have Diego Yepez with Luke Rainey. Riley Sampson and Jonathan Rains. Then there's John Gammett and Patrick Smith. Stephen Baker and Danny Lloyd went upside down in the Auto Club 400, the second race of the season. Then you have Larry Bouchard Jr. and Trey Rainey. Jonathan Beeford with Justin Zeidel. Then there's Code Luigi and Dale Lightning. Steve Morgan and Max Anderson. Then you have Carter Friesen, your points leader, and Steven Taylor in the 31. Then there's Eli Bright and Andrew Miller. Tyler Fink and Joe Jefferson. They have Max Johnson and Greg Lee. Nathan Stapleton with Taylor Ryan Price. Then there's Jake West and Sebastian Kukulon. And in the final row, Alexander Rowe with Levi Shones to his outside. That is your 4G car field for the Sony 500 at Auto Club. Let's get this crazy race going with our star in command.
I'm Staff Sergeant Proto with the soldiers of the 1st Cavalry Division. Gentlemen, start your engines!
All right, everybody, just like what we talked about in the transporter, nice and easy. It's a long race, settle in. It'll be nice and smooth. Let's go out there and kick some butt tonight. This is your house. Let's prove it to them.
The Sony 500 here at Auto Club, the 6th chase race of season number 7 of the Gatorade Cup Series. It's going to be one amazing and wild race here this afternoon. The second race of the season, the Auto Club 400, was wild as is. 3 and 4 wide racing for the first half of the race. We went caution free. Then a yellow came out with Jack Marshall flipping down the pit road with Colton Yo involved. And then we had another crash, a big crash. And it led to TJ Henley in victory lane. He's starting second, looking for the Auto Club sweep. He's currently 3rd, 0.7 points back. Alexander Rowe second and 0.6 points back. Steven Taylor's 8 points back. They're all chasing down Carter Friesen. They all start different spots of the pack. 38 laps, a little bit longer than the Auto Club 400. And we're racing at Auto Club. Green flag is in the air. Colton Yo wanting redemption. He'll lead lap 1 of this event as they are 3 and 4 wide behind Carter Friesen in the 38, put to the middle of a 4 wide. He's further back in the pack in the 38 car. Diego Yepez in the 1 takes the race lead. Here comes Riley Sampson. There's going to be a lot of shuffling here at Auto Club. They come down the back stretch, already wanting to rub at each other. 3 and 4 wide in the pack. Sampson side by side with Yepez. No one to run so far, but here comes Nichols in the 48 through 3 and 4. He's looking on the 18. As they come up 4, he drives underneath. Here comes Danny Lloyd, flipped earlier in the season in the Auto Club 400. He's right now going for the race lead. 4 wide. Dale Lightning in the 51 to the bottom. That's 4 wide for the race lead. Normally the race lead is the place you want to be, but now they're 4 wide. Where do you go? Nowhere to go. Nowhere is safe. Dale Lightning trying to clear, but Max Anderson with a big run down in the bottom lane. He'll challenge. Eli Brent, the 88, Justin Zed down the 20. Down the back stretch, they race 4 wide in the pack. And they're going to go 4 wide for the race. Look at Eli Brent looking low in the 88 car. There he goes to the bottom lane. And now Zidell to the bottom. A lot of shuffling being had at the front of the field, but they're still keeping it clean for now. They're trying to sail down the 4 wide, but they're going to go 4 wide for the race lead again. Steve Morgan with a push from Greg Lee. Jake Gowen, here comes Friesen from the middle of the field up to the front already, that 38 car. And Hanley's been boxed. See that 23 in the middle lane there. So here comes Lee in the 55. And Jake Gowie looking low in the 11 car down the back stretch. Intense racing, and Friesen already up inside the top 5. We're not even 4 laps into it. But that's going to change quickly. As he gets to the race, he'll get shuffled out by possibly the 77 of John Gambit. They're looking 3 wide, the 77 to the bottom lane. In the middle goes Friesen, the 23 Hanley pinched by the 51 of Dale Lightning. Down the front stretch, John Gambit gets left by Colton Yo, who's found his way back down low, and they're going to go forward wide again. Here comes Joe Jefferson looking for something to go right this season. He's pushing the 37 clear. And he'll look for the race himself. Here's his teammate Jonathan Rains by him in the 4 car. As they come off turn number 2 down the backstretch. Hard racing. Joe Jefferson trying to clear, but Jonathan Rains, his teammate's looking low. Mac Johnson has his teammate Jeff right behind him. Do those two try and team up and work together? Looks like Jeff's going to get to the bomb. No, he couldn't. And now Rains looks to the bomb as they come off corner number 4. There's almost contact in the pack. Hard racing. Mac Johnson to the bomb. The 5 Jeff right to the middle. Tyler Fink down low. He's had a great last few races. Looking for that first victory. He's been so close. And now he's going for the race lead here on lap number 6 at All Club. He's going to get to it. And Alexander started in the last row. He started 41st. Here he is marching his way through. And he's making contact with Jeff Ryan's way. Jonathan Rains and oh my gosh. Close there. Rains and Gambit were bouncing off each other down the backstretch. And they somehow saved it. That's over 200 miles an hour beating and banging in the pack. Taylor Ryan Price is second. And they're like, oh, big crash. Hard to the wall. The 34. Yellow is out on lap 6. Jonathan Rains, Justin Zidell, Steve Morgan, Steve Larker, Jake West, and possibly Danny Lloyd. The 47, the 88 as well. And possibly Griffin Lynn. He may have gotten bounced around. But the yellow flag is out for the first ever tonight for a big crash and a hard crash. The 34, Jonathan Rains, hard into the outside wall. And we'll get caution number 1 on lap number 7. And the 34's day is done along with many others. We'll see what happened. They were just running here as they come off turn number 4. It doesn't look too bad there, but it looks like the 10 of Levi Schultz may make a 5-wide move. And maybe West came up to give him some room and Smith didn't know. And then up hard to the wall, Steve Morgan up off the ground. There's the 34. The 14 comes down, collects Eli Bright. There's Lynn sideways. He comes up and gets Steve Larker, and that's where Max Anderson gets his damage. Jack Marshall may have missed out. I don't know if he hit the 88 or not. There's your Pez Sloan trying to get by. And a hard crash as they come off turn number 4. So many cars involved. And Carter Friesen got clipped and saved the car. Jay Jefferson barely missed. Marshall, I think, in the 22 did miss. We'll go aboard some of the chasers that were near this or in at first. Patrick Smith in a plume of smoke. His night's done early. Look at his teammate, though, the 38. Watch how Friesen gets clipped. Right there, he got clipped. And held on to the race car. It reminds me so much of Season 5. This race has provided as maybe the decider for the championship. In Season 5, Code Luigi got clipped twice and Rex both times drove away, and I think he finished top 5. Here's Danny Lloyd. He gets some damage from his teammate right there. He drives away, and he should be alright to continue on. Jack Marshall in the 22. He may have barely escaped this. He just missed the 88. Jay Jefferson did a great job to take it to the apron and the grass to make sure he was going to be able to miss that. The 7 of Griffin Lynn with the non-boards. He may have gotten some damage. Looks like he was a little sideways. Wow! Sideways out of control and hits some cars, but he should be alright. Griffin Lynn did a great job saving that car. He knows how big this race is to determine a champion. Max Anderson, the 47, damaged in this crash. He's not had a great chase. Another chaser we didn't really talk about in the middle, that Trey Rainey in the 95. Snuck his way through there. Oh yeah, the 7 kind of came up out of control and hit the 47 there. We'll go on board Trey to see what he saw. He's able to miss this just like everyone else around him. But you can see from this angle, watch the 38. That yellow car right there, sideways but saves the car. Great job by Carter Friesen. We'll go on board with him, see what he saw, see how sideways he was from the onboard. He was sideways enough where the tires were squealing. He hangs onto the car and he's still in this race, and he can gain a ton of points on the other drivers. So Tyler Fink got out front. He's dominated so far. He leads us back to the caution flag here at All Club. He stays on the racetrack, and Fink will lead us back to the green flag. We'll have our first restart of the night here in lap number 11. It'll be 28 laps to go here in the Sony 500. Patrick Smith, one of our chasers, is out from that crash line with Steve Morgan, Justin Zidell, and Eli Bright. 38 cars on the racetrack. Max Anderson is damaged in the 47 and 37th. There's a car in the apron. It looked like the 4 Jonathan Rains with an issue. So Fink will restart in first. Second, Steven Taylor. Third, Taylor Brian Price. Fourth, Alexander Rowe. Fifth, Sebastian Kukulan. John Gambit 6th. Carson Bauer 7th. Mac Johnson 8th. Jeff Bright 9th, Luke Rainey 10th, TJ Henley finally out of the middle lane, he'll restart 11th, Reigns was set to restart 12th, but he's down low with an issue, going to the pits, there's Carter Friesen in the 38, he'll restart 21st here, but doesn't have a damaged race car. We're back racing, green flag back out for Tyler Fink and the others. And this restart's big for Alexander Rowe, Steven Taylor, and some of the others. Rowe, we mentioned, second in points, 6 points off of Friesen. Steven Taylor, fourth in points, 8 points off of him. Hanley, third in points, 7 points off of him. They need to stay ahead of Carter Friesen in some way, and they have to hope that Friesen maybe gets shuffled out. Down the backstretch for a second, Taylor Ryan Price on Steven Taylor. Kukulon, does he go with his teammate, does he ban to the bottom lane? He pushes Taylor. Can he get that 31 clear? He couldn't. Alexander Rowe finds a hole down low in front of the 24, Mac Johnson. That 72 had a huge run through 3 and 4. Look at him looking low. Big move out of Alexander Rowe. A push from Mac Johnson. Fink still leads here at Auto Club. Look at that 24 all over the 72's rear bumper. And how about TJ Hanley? Back up to the front. Reigns leaving the pits. Look at him, 4 wide. Contact made. As Reigns comes off pit road, stays on the apron. Great move there by the 4, knowing the situation. He's going to let the pack go. They come off into turn number 3. TJ Henley pushed clear of a 4 wide mess. Mac Johnson was rubbing with Alexander Rowe for a second there. Get that sorted out. Now through 3 and 4. Riley Sampson in the 18 looking low. 3 wide, excuse me. As Joe Jefferson leads the lap. Louis Jack Table in the 83 coming forward. There's Andrew Miller in the 43. Colton Yo still in here in the 37 car. Look at Yo looking 4 wide for third. Big move at that 37 as Octavo looks for the race lead down the back stretch. See how tight it is in the pack. They're already 4x4x4. Octavo, Sampson side by side. Colton Young, the 37. Here comes Jonathan Buford and Carter Friesen coming back up to the front. The 38 car is about 5th on the inside lane. Make it 4th as the A3 gets shuffled high. Here comes Colton Yo. Here comes Buford looking 3 wide in the 33 car. Jake Galloway in the 11 coming forward as well. Galloway looking for his first Gatorade Cup Series victory. Could this be the night where it happens? He's looking for the race lead. Friesen shuffled to the middle lane by Stephen Baker in the 96. Greg Lee in the 55 looking almost 5 wide there inside the top 5. They're getting close. Are they going to be able to make it like this for the rest of the race? We're not even halfway through it. Close and physical in the pack. Jake Galloway still side by side with Jonathan Buford. Finally gets clear. But now Stephen Baker looks bottom. Contact. Around they go. Big crash. And third point. Hanley is involved. And a lot more. Yellow is out. And I believe Galloway may have last back. Jake Galloway does lead them back to the caution flag. But which contenders are involved and which ones missed it? There's Sampson. There's Shones. Where are all the chasers? Maybe Lynn may have been involved. There's Hanley in the 23. Third in points coming in the race. Some others with damage. There's Alexander Rowe, second in points. He's all torn up. Steven Taylor got away. 4th in points, 8 points back of Friesen, but this really helps the 38. He's currently scored 7th. And now everyone's going to be coming down pit road for what looks to be tires and fuel. My goodness. The chase with a big turn, second and third points involved in a massive crash. Here's your points leaders in front of it. And now Galloway heading to pit road, along with everyone else. The big thing for Hanley is he has damage. Alexander Rowe looks like his day is going to be done. If Hanley can try and keep it in, he can at least gain spots on Rowe. I don't know how badly damaged those two are in relation to each other. There's a 38 into his pit stall. Back there you see Carter Friesen. But Jake Galloway, the race leader, will focus on his pit stop. Marshall on pit road for not flipping here at Auto Club. First time for him. This guy looks like it's going to be 2 tires or 4 tires. There's the 72 coming into his pit stall. I don't know how damaged he is. There's 2 tires on the 11 cars. He gets away. Jake Galloway. Looks like he's going to lead them off of pit road with the race lead. And he will. Jake Galloway first off pit road with 2 fresh tires. Stephen Baker will be second. Greg Lee, Jonathan Buford, Colton Yo. And you might have Joe Jefferson. He has some damage. I don't know. He might be a lap down. We'll just have to see what the call is there. So Jake Galloway wins the race off pit road. And now let's see the big crash that happened. Trey Rainey in the 95 looked like he was making some contact with some others and maybe just got a little too close. We're focusing the camera on Hanley, but watch down here. The 95 Trey Rainey is rubbing with Andrew Miller a little bit. And John Gimmick gets a little low down to the 5, and then that spins them up into the 3 and the 43. There's Sampson up off the ground hard. Gambit, there's Bowers involved, and then Cars on the outside nowhere to go. Alexander Rowe does find a hole through the top to miss it, but up ahead they're still wrecking. Maybe he got involved in there. Did he get low enough? There's Hanley with his damage, and the 23 driving away. He's probably going to try and keep it in the race. Griffin Lynn, the 7, may have been involved once again. So a hard crash here at Auto Club takes out what we know to be one of our championship contenders, TJ Hanley. Griffin Lynn does get involved right there. We don't know about Alexander Rowe. Let's see from his onboard what damage he sustained, if any. But first on board, TJ Hanley in the 23. Nowhere to go, just minding his own business on the outside. And they just kind of come up into him. And the winner of the Auto Club 400, the second race of the season, will not be able to sweep the season here at Fontana. So he gets hard damage in this. The 72 of Alexander Rowe, did he get damage or did he get away? We're have to find out. Just missed Hanley. But then the 17, I think, got clipped with... Oh, he got damage right there. He's smoking. We'll have to see what that does to his car. Rowe was smoking, but coming to pit road, he wasn't really smoking. He luckily missed the pit wall, but then the 3 hit the pit wall, Kukulon. So after the fact, yeah, right there hit the pit wall a little bit. So who did the 17? I want to see how Derbyshire Jr. He got connected with someone, so they missed the crasher. Bowers got into it, down. Oh, and they came back up, and the 17 hit him, and then those 3 went crashing. That's actually what got a few more cars in it. We'll see how this restart goes. Back in front was Jake Galloway, and he leads the train off of pit road. Jake Galloway will be your race leader once we get back to racing here at Auto Club. 20 laps of racing to go. Once we get the green flag, Jake Galloway in the 11 out front. From that crash, a lot more retirees. Taylor Ryan Price, Riley Sampson, Sebastian Kukulon, Steve Larker, Nathan Stapleton, Larry Bouchard Jr., TJ Hanley, and Alexander Rowe. 2 of the top 4 points. They were 2nd and 3rd coming into this race. Are currently 31st and 32nd and out of the race, with Carter Friesen still in the field. 29 cars on the lead lap, 30 on the racetrack. Jake Galloway leads in the 11. 2nd is Stephen Baker. Greg Lee 3rd. Jonathan Beeford 4th. Colton Yo rounds out the top 5. The 38 of Carter Friesen scored 12th. Steven Taylor 8 points behind him, 13th. So we're back racing. We'll see what points, if any, Friesen gains over the rest of the field. Halfway next time by, Jake Galloway leads. But look at Steph Baker already looking low in that 96. And he gets down there as they come down the backstretch, double file. Cars move around high-low, looking for ways to go to stay in this pack and have a shot. 11 with all the help up top. Stephen Baker stays low in the 96 through 3 and 4. He's going to come through to lead halfway. 19 laps complete here in the Sony 500 Auto Club. Stephen Baker in the 96 leads. Look at the push the 11's getting. Jake Galloway back to the outside of the 96. Almost there. The 96 blocks that off. And now Colton goes to the bottom lane. And Tyler Fink, he's had one of the best cars here tonight. He's up inside the top 5. He still has a shot at this. Greg Lee looking low down the backstretch of that 55 car. Some cars involved in that crash, they're just trying to latch onto this draft to keep it in this pack. Look at Tyler Fick with the push for Trey Ray through 3 and 4. They're going to go forward wide the 95 to the bottom lane. Carter Friesen coming forward in the 38 car up inside the top 5 as they race off 4. Get Friesen going. The 38 is going to push from Dale Lightning. Jay Jefferson, Auto Club has not been his friend. He has expressed his disdain for this racetrack. And now he's still in the top 10. He got a shot to win here. As Friesen looked for the race lead, but Dale Lightning quickly takes that from him. Look at Galloway to the middle lane. That 11 car is pretty fast. It's pretty sporty. Dale Lightning moves up to cover the spot from the 38. He leaves the bottom open. Can Jay Jefferson get down there in time? And here comes Greg Lee trying to get behind that 78, but couldn't get that done. Yepes fills that hole. Here comes Danny Lloyd in the 19. They power off 4. The 43 and the 42 starting to lose this draft at the front. 17 laps of racing to go. Yepes for the racing on Dale Lightning. He's held it for a few laps now. But now Danny Lloyd 3 wide in the 19. And Isaac Nichols in the 48 come to the front. Louis Jack Table in the A3. Nichols for the race lead side by side. The 4 car, he's on the inside lane, but he's a lap car. He would need a caution to come out as soon as he gets out in front of the field. It's going to ask for a lot, but we'll see if it happens. Octavo for the race lead, one of the chasers left in this race. Steven Taylor can gain in on Carter Friesen in the points. He's 8 points back. He is within a race. He's up that 38 falls back and he can finish ahead of him. Taylor currently 4th on the inside. Now 3rd. As Raines is out in front of the field, but once again, it's not going to stay like that. Trey Rainey for the race lead takes it. They're getting sideways in that pack. Taylor for the race lead. They're going 5 wide. They're trying to at least. They're rubbing off each other. 2 chasers back there. Lloyd and Jack Marshall making some contact at over 200 miles an hour. As Jeff Bright now 3 wide for the race lead. The 5 car. He's not have a win this season. Be huge for him to win here at Auto Club. But look at Jake Galloway. He wants that first Gatorade Cup Series win badly. After seeing his teammate Zidell do it, he wants it badly. 15 laps to go and the 11 cars back out front. Now here comes Bowers in the 6. Could this cause an accident? They come up at him at such a fast pace. The outside lane is blocked. The inside gets by. And the 6 moves up out of the way. That's about as good as you could do it. He stayed high, moved out of the way, let everyone go by. And I don't know if they're going to lose the draft because of that. That was a great job by Bowers there, getting up out of the way. John Gant would be the next car they catch. Look at Galloway out front. Benny Watson in the 32 to 2nd. And here comes Colton Yo. He's looking for his first win, much like Galloway is. Yo is up to 3rd. As a few cars break win, then there's the second pack back there. Going to try and run down this front pack. Look at Luke Rain to the outside in the 2 car. Greg Lee goes low with the 37. Coming around to see 13 laps of racing to go this time. As they are side by side for a second behind Jake Galloway in 11 down the backstretch. That second pack, it's going to be close. If they could just get a sniff of that draft, they'll be good. I don't know if they're going to be able to, though. Once again, side by side for a second. Greg Lee moves to the inside of Colton Yo, keeping Galloway out front. 13 laps of racing to go this time. Jake Galloway leads. Colton Yo getting the push from Jonathan Buford, trying to get clear for a second on the outside lane. He has a big push. Can he get clear to turn 1? No, Greg Lee kept it down there, and Stephen Baker looking 3 wide in the 96 now. And now they have a run for Jake Galloway in the 11. Off of 2, 3 wide. Galloway up top. Greg Lee in the middle. Stephen Baker down low, but Galloway gets clear in the 11 car. That's the drive to win this race for Jake Galloway in the 11. 12 to go this time by the 11 leads. The 77 is just crossed the start-finish line now. These guys exiting turn 4. They will catch him. But where they catch him is such a crucial point. You have Pez for a second, as Galloway still leads with 12 to go. Buford, does he look 4 wide? Steven Taylor's down there, he couldn't get it done. Through 1 and 2. Almost contact made Colton a little squirrely in the pack. Pez is clear now. He has a shot for the 11, and that second pack is running down that first pack, and they are about to catch the 77. Trey Ray and the others that have gotten away, they are running down the draft. Through 3 and 4. 1-1-1, lead the field. 3 1s at the front. The 11 and the 1. Now we see 11 laps of racing to go. 2 cars pull away single file. And 3 wide further back. Look at Jonathan Buford get clear right there. 33 car to 3rd. Can he work with the 1 to get by the 11? They have John Gambit ahead. And Carter Friesen is on the bottom lane. That could be the best place to be once they catch this guy. The 77. Who knows though? Buford to the bottom lane. That is for the second position on Yepes. Through 3 and 4 they race. Which lane will be held up? Which lane goes? Galloway looking to the outside of the 77. He does do that. Now it's going to be the middle lane. Did not be. Going to be outside or middle. But looks like some cars do get slowed up back here. The 31, Steven Taylor is one of them. Can he find a way around? We mentioned Carter Friesen just got by as well. And the 31 does find a way underneath the 77. Maybe gives him a bump. Showing us his pleasure. And 200 Motorsports cars, the 24 and the 5 may have gotten caught up there. Jeff Bright and Mac Johnson falling back. And do they have another lap car to deal with? Or is that just Galloway? No, that's the 6 of Bowers. They call him again. Bowers is ridiculously slow. Get off the track. Oh, Luke Ray made some contact there. Trying to get around the 6. He's way too... There is no way. He's going 160 in the draft. And he's holding up so many potential winners. So many drivers trying to look for points. Steven Taylor is trying to run down Carter Friesen the points. He can't do it if he keeps getting stuck behind these lap cars. And he might lose the draft. That 31's going to lose the draft. Steven Taylor cannot get around Bowers. And maybe some frustration set in for the 31, but you have to get around him when you can. He's just lost the draft now. This could be Carter Friesen's now to pull away with this championship. Coming to 8 laps to go. 3 wide for the race lead. Friesen right now your highest chaser inside the top 10. Luke Rainey there, Chaser, Octavo, and also 19 of Lloyd. But Jake Galway is clear at the front. We're coming to see 7 laps of racing to go this time by. Greg Lee to second in the 55 car. And look at Jonathan Buford looking on the 33. As they go through 3 and 4. Buford clears for second. Jake Galway still out front. Luke Rainey trying to challenge Carter Friesen to be the highest finishing chaser. Octavo is there. Marshall and Danny Lloyd trying to run them down as well. We have 7 laps left here at Auto Club. The pack has been very spread out now. Not going to be many cars left to have a shot. Jonathan Buford for the race lead through 1 and 2. He's underneath that 11 of Jake Galway. Luke Rainey making a big move there in the pack. Side by side down the backstretch. Can Buford keep it underneath that 11 car? He has a nose. He has a little bit of a fender there. Again, that side draft down the backstretch, keeping it beside the 11 through 3 and 4. Greg Lee goes high in the 55. Here comes Dale Lightning in the 51 down low. Jonathan Rains in the 4. Remember, he's a lap car. He's 27. He's 27th though. He's gained spots because of the lappers that they've come upon. 6 laps to go. Side by side still. Dale Lightning looking down low in the 51 car. But Jonathan Buford clears the 11. But here comes that 51 down low down the backstretch. There's dirt in 3 and 4. But they're going to catch that 6 again, possibly. We're coming to 5 to go this time by. A yellow would end it. Carter Friesen is inside the top 5 in the 38 car. Staying out of trouble. That's the key to today's race for Carter Friesen. He did it to perfection. And now he has a shot to win and a shot to be the highest finishing chaser. As the others, the 2, the 19, the 22, and the A3 in this pack. The A3 may be losing the draft a little bit. Rains has just unlapped himself in the 4. Carter Friesen to the middle lane of Yepes. Dale Lightning up top in the 51, getting the big run from the draft. Oh wow, look at that crossover out of that 51. Great move there out of Dale Lightning to keep the race lead. Now we're coming to see 4 laps to go. They do have the 6 ahead. Once again, Bowers, 161. These drivers are doing about 40 miles an hour faster down the straightaways. Dale Lightning leads. He has a lap car between he and second place, which is a 3-wide battle. Jonathan Buford to the bottom lane. Benny Watson, Jack Marshall. Here they come up upon the 6 of Bowers. It'll be the inside lane that goes down the backstretch. Dale Lightning has to check up. Luke Rainey hard on the gas. Tries to get underneath and he does. But now is Friesen going to get caught, or can he get low? He gets low. Here comes that second pack though, charging earth. They're going to try and swallow up that 38. Look at Trey Rainey close there. Contact made. Keep it straight. Look at Max Harrison trying to get around. Jeff Wright. 3 laps left. 4 cars break away. 3 of them battling for the win. Jonathan Buford, Dale Lightning, Benny Watson. Can these rest try and run them down? 3 laps left. Do they have the time? They do have another lap car to try and help them. The 14, Jake West. He's not as slow though. Watson backs out of that 3 wide, trying to keep them away from the rest of the pack. But Luke Rainey, the others are coming. Through 3 and 4, we're coming to see 2 laps left. Dale Lightning has a run onto Jonathan Buford. Here comes Luke Rainey, Colton Yo, Danny Lloyd, Jack Marshall, Greg Lee, Jake Galway, and others. 2 laps left. Dale Lightning for the race lead on Jonathan Buford. This is just going to hurt them though, side by side. Not what they want to be through 1 and 2. Lightning, if he get clear though, and he is. These front 2 have separated themselves down the backstretch. Dale Lightning to the lead. Jake West is ahead in the 14. Here comes Jake Galway and Greg Lee trying to make his way forward. Colton Yo for 3rd on Benny Watson. If these front 2 get double file, watch for 3rd on back. And they're once again double file. Here comes Jonathan Buford to the white flag this time. Here come the Penske teammates. Luke Rainey and Jack Marshall. The white flag is waving. Last lap in the Sony 500. Buford leads at the stripe. Does he lead them around to the checkers? Here comes Rains, the lap car in the 4. And look at Luke Rainey trying to charge to the front as they come down the backstretch for the final time. Buford's clear. Luke Rainey, does he have a run? Does the 33 get held up at all? Off into turn number 3 for the final time. Jonathan Buford's clear. Lap car, Jake West is ahead. He gets low. Tight there. But Buford gets away. Luke Rainey trying to run down. Can't get done. Off of 4. Jonathan Buford gets out front. He holds off the rest of the field. Comes down the block. Luke Rainey. Buford wins. And the rest of the field comes across. Luke Rainey gave it his all. Jonathan Buford wins the Sony 500 here at Auto Club. A frantic dash to the finish. Let's now go check the finish results and the chase standings. Here are the finish results from the Sony 500 Auto Club. There were 2 caution flags for 8 laps, and 17 lead change among 13 different drivers. As John Beeford gets out front at the end, the lap cars definitely helped him split the field up. Beeford wins. Luke Rainey ends up second, the highest finishing chaser. Third, Dale Lightning. Benny Watson fourth. Trey Rainey fifth. Great points day for the Rainies. They have Colton sixth. Greg Lee, once again, another great race in seventh. Jake Galloway led 14 of the 38 laps. He just couldn't get there at the end, but a nice solid 8th place finish. The 11th win is coming soon. Jack Marshall 9th, and Danny Lloyd rounds out the top 10. There's your top 20. Carter Friesen came into the race with a 6-point lead. He ends up 13th, and that lead is now going to grow because the 3 drivers that were behind him that were within a race all finished towards the back. Steven Taylor finished 22nd. He was your 7th highest chaser, so he lost 2 points to Friesen in that exchange. Carr's lap down. Reigns, obviously we mentioned, but he gained so many spots there. West ended up a lap down. Cole Luigi fell lap down. He must have come down Perry Road at some point. John Gambit went a lap down in the 77. We saw him. And Luigi Octavo must have had some sort of issue. He was in the front back at the end. He must have had to come down Perry Road for some sort of issue. And 30th on back out. But as we mentioned, Alexander Rowe, second in points, 6 points back, 31st. He ends up being your 10th highest finishing chaser, so you lose a lot of points there. Hanley, your 11th highest finishing chaser, you lose a lot of points there. Steve Larker starting up pole, ends up 35th. All these cars out from crashes. Right side of the point standings, and Carl Friesen trying to open up a huge points gap over the rest of the field. He has to hold it, though. Still 6 races left. There's a ton of races left to gain points in this Cup chase. We're halfway done. And there's still a ton of wild races. We have Texas left. We have Pensacola, Talladega, Rockingham, Atlanta, Homestead. It's all races where points can be gained or lost depending on how you run that race. And we'll look ahead to the next one, which will be held at Texas, the Nationwide 500. I'll see you guys then.